Hello students, today we will be beginning with the first topic in English, which is a poem by Charlotte Brontë. The name of the poem is Life. So students, can you tell me what do you understand by life? So, life is something in which we live, in which we share our lives with our loved ones, where we have all our happiness, sorrows, etc. So, children, let us first read the poem together. Life, believe, is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Oft a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom, but these are transient all. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament its fall? Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. Gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them as they fly. What though death at times step in and calls our best away? What though sorrow seems to win o'er hope a heavy sway? Yet hope again elastic springs, unconquered though she fell. Still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear us well. Manfully, fearlessly, the day of trial bear, for gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair. Students, let's begin with the explanation. The poet conveys her personal thoughts about her life. In the first stanza, she says that life is not as gloomy or as painful as a dream as some wise men portray it to be. She says that life is not as bad as most of the people believe and say. So students, in the second line, can you see the word oft? Can you guess what the word can be? Very good. Often. Oft is an archaic word which is the use of Old English. I hope you all remember this as you have studied in your 8th standard. Here she tells that after every sorrow there is joy and happiness like the morning rain which leads to a pleasant day. So children, in the second stanza, here she tells that sorrows and griefs are present in everyone's life, but they are not permanent, rather they are temporary. She also says that if the rain can make the rose bloom, then why should we mourn it? Because sorrows lead to happiness. Moving on to the third stanza, the poet says that life's sunny hours flit by. What do you mean by flit? It means to fly lightly. Here, the poet wants us to remember that we should pick ourselves up and move ahead in life. We should not forget to enjoy the small moments of joy and happiness when they pass by swiftly. Moving ahead to the next stanza, the poet further says that even if we are surrounded by sorrows over the loss of a loved one, we must try to remain determined and should never lose hope. Going on forward to the next stanza, she says that here hope is compared to a bird with golden wings who has fallen but is still buoyant, which means that it can rise upwards and take us out of all our sorrows and lead us to happiness. Hope is the strongest feeling that can get us out of the worst problems in our lives. So students, in the last and the final stanza, the poet concludes by saying that courage can end any kind of problems in our lives, and we can emerge out successfully and victoriously despite of all the obstacles that pull us or bring us down, only if we have hope within us. The poet has used many figures of speech in the poem, like personification, metaphor, interrogation, and euphemism. So students, now let us do some revision based on the poem. What do the sages say in the poem? The sages say that life is dark and gloomy. What does the rain often foretell? The rain often foretells a pleasant and a happy day. So children, what do you think is the rhyme scheme of the poem? The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. The last one, why are the wings of hope golden? The wings of hope are golden because they give us bright hope to face our future bravely. Okay students, with this we complete with our poem. I would ask you to read the poem and write the poem's appreciation. I'll see you again in the next video. Take care.